And that is because we have some exciting news. That we had an email saying that the wind gusts were too high and they were cancelling the market. I am struggling to fit everything in. So that's the third market by Little Bird Markets that was cancelled this month. Good evening and welcome back to another vlog. It has been a while since I have actually filmed anything, and that is because we have some exciting news that I was accepted to be a stockist in Art and Soul Leeds. They are opening up a new Leeds store. It is massive. I've seen it from the outside and it is very, very big. If you go over to their Instagram, Art and Soul, and you have a look at their recent posts, they actually show you how large it is inside. And so the layout in there is going to be very different to their other stores where they have just kind of everything mixed together in their Hull and their Beverley stores. But in Leeds, they're going to be having to group things together. So I have been placed in the gift and stationery section because I put forward that I wanted to sell my water bottles, my tumblers, and then a bunch of stationery, so it makes sense to go into the gift and stationery section. So the reason I've not been filming is because I have been just getting everything ready for that. There's quite a lot involved. I have to upload all my products onto their website as listings, and I manage the online listings on a portal. So I've had to upload all of my products that I want to sell in the store, add SKU codes, add prices, add quantities, things like that, and really manage all of that. And that has been going on in the background hand in hand with my redesign of my website. So I think I mentioned this in my last vlog. It has come to an end with my Wix subscription. Finally, I bulk bought it when they had a big sale on, and so it has been ongoing, and I've been dying to move over to Shopify, and finally I am able to do that. So I have for the last 2 months been designing a Shopify store in the background, and I finally feel like that is ready. So it's currently Monday the 20th of October, and I will be launching my new website on Friday the 31st of October when the Christmas eHearts market is live. So it's all going hand in hand, and I have done a lot. I have 330 products, I believe, on my website that I've had to migrate over from Wix, which sounds like it would be an easy thing, but nothing looks the same, so I've had to redo all of that. I've obviously had to redo my website. I've also relinked Fair, the wholesale website, to my Shopify, and I've been slowly doing that as well. So everything's been very hectic at the moment, as well as work being very busy at the moment too. So it's felt very difficult to film anything for the vlogs but I feel like I'm in a good spot now. I'm ready to launch the website. I've just closed my Wix website, and for 2 weeks I'm kind of having people have a look at it, have checks of it. I'm just doing some further checks for postage and tariffs because my US shipping will be open as well, which is really amazing. And then eventually we will work for European shipping to reopen in coming month, but we'll have to look at that a bit further. But for now, this is what we're tackling. So I've done a mock layout for my art and soul, which I'll do a little b-roll now as you can see it, and that consists of kind of 2 rising wooden stands that have my sticker sheets, my sticker packs and my magnetic bookmarks on. They are going to be on the edges, and then in the middle is going to be my water bottles, my tumblers, which are going to go on risers. I've not made them yet. And then I'm going to have some risers in the front that my pins can then slot into. And then in front of the wooden stands will be the washi tape that kind of go along. So on the right hand side, I have kind of collections that run together, and then on the left hand side there's a bit more of random things on there where I've not got collections that all go together. And then I noticed that the shelf that I applied for and was granted actually allows me to put stuff on top of the shelf as well, which I wasn't expecting. So on top there I'm going to put my planner pads, and I'm going to put my mystery bags as well, because I think we may as well pop them on and get them on. But I'm running low on quite a lot of my planner pads. I did put them into my free spin at Stationery Fest, so I got rid of quite a lot of those for free. So I'm running very low on those, and I have quite a lot of big Christmas and Halloween markets coming up. So I'm trying to really manage stock at the moment, and it's becoming very difficult. So it's just becoming difficult. The other thing and exciting that I have also set up is POS, so point of sale. I was never able to do that on Wix. I think they've actually just started allowing you to do it, but Shopify allows you to do it off the get-go. And point of sale is where I have all my products on my card reading app. So when I'm at a stall, when someone buys things, I put it all in like I'm in a shop, and it reduces the stock on my website but charges the correct amount. Now, I thought I had to get Shopify's card reader for their point of sale, but actually I was able to link it to my PayPal point of sale card reader that I already had, and the app on there, which is amazing, and it all ties in and it all syncs. So I've synced all that up, and this weekend we have the only Halloween market since my last 2 were cancelled, and I'm going to try that POS system. So fingers crossed that goes well. Fingers crossed all the stock on my website reduces as it's meant to, and we'll just see how that works. But I'm really, really excited. As you can tell, there's been a lot going on, and it's been very, very busy. So to the point at hand, I'm just packaging up all the stock for the Art and Soul shop. I probably have to make some sticker packs and sticker sheets and magnetic bookmarks, but the washi tapes are packaged up, the planner pads are packaged up, and now I'm just doing the pins. I want to sublimate some more water bottles and tumblers and make some more mystery bags that are a bit higher priced for the shop. So the way I've been doing all of this is creating SKU codes, which is something I never had on my Wix. I never bothered to make for my Wix because I was so small. But now going into Shopify, I've actually made a SKU code for every single 330 products so that I can identify them. And slowly I will be implementing those SKU codes onto my shelves so that I can easily identify things when I make sales. And also eventually I'd like to do a barcode system, because I think at a market, instead of having to go through my app and find the listings for each product, I'll be able to just barcode scan them, and I think it'll be fantastic. So I'm really trying to streamline things. I'm trying to be more professional, and I'm trying to get everything just looking really good, and I'm so excited to be part of this shop. I cannot tell you. It is something I've been trying to work towards but never having the time to apply, and this was the perfect opportunity, and I'm so glad I'm accepted, along with so many beautiful other small businesses as well. So I'm very, very excited. Now let's get going, because I need to SKU code all of these pins, and then I'm going to pop them in a box so they're ready, and then we're going to do a bit of sublimation before I head to bed for the night, and we continue this weekly vlog tomorrow. Good evening. It's currently Monday the 27th of October. I had planned on checking in with you every day last week whilst we were prepping for the market at the weekend. Now, my full-time 9 till 5 job became very, very hectic. There were a few calls that were scheduled in that gave me a lot of anxiety. They were all good in the end, all fine, nothing wrong. It was actually all positive and very good news. However, it filled me with such anxiety. I'm a very big overthinker, and it took me a long time to kind of get over that anxious feeling. I was waking up in the night, I was waking up early, I was not sleeping very well. I was just struggling to focus on the business whilst I was worrying about my job. So it was a bit of a full-on week. I was trying to get as much done as possible, but I just didn't have a chance to film any of it. And we got a lot done. I got a lot of things made for the Art and Soul shop that I'm going into. And I also managed to restock a lot of things ready for the market the weekend that's just been. However, I packed the car, I got all the boxes out ready to pack into the bigger boxes to put in the car ready for Saturday morning for when we were meant to be going to vend at Leeds City Square Market. And unfortunately, I noticed that we had an email saying that the wind gusts were too high and they were cancelling the market. So that's the third market by Little Bird Markets that was cancelled this month, the last 2 months, and that's the third Halloween market that I was hoping to sell all my Halloween goods at, cancelled just before Halloween, and I don't have anything. So not only have I not made any Halloweeny sales online because I was hoping to do it all in person, but all 3 markets were cancelled. So this year's Halloween stock is just going to have to be boxed up and put away for next Halloween. But it's just a real big shame because I've missed out on a whole season of selling that sort of thing, and it's a bit disheartening and a bit annoying. But it did mean that this weekend, instead of doing the market on Saturday and then doing some things on Sunday, I was able to catch up on a few house chores and things, cleaning and all that sort of thing. My camera's falling. I was able to catch up on all that sort of thing, but also we actually had a bit of a relaxing time. Yesterday we went on a really lovely long autumnal walk at New Miller Dam, which is a real nice woodland with a big reservoir. We took Mabel, obviously, and we were walking through the woods and we just went mushroom hunting. I put a load of stories up on Instagram full of all the mushrooms that we found. I'll put a couple up here whilst I'm talking. And it was just a really good time. It was really fun, and it just felt really, really nice. And then we came home, we got a bit of cleaning done, we did a lot of stuff in the garden, we harvested a load of veg. Again, I'll pop a few pictures up here. We harvested loads of veg, we had a real big, nice roast veg dinner, really autumnal and warming. And then we were going to have some crafty night, but we ended up being so tired from just a busy day that we just chilled out and watched Walking Dead. We're rewatching all of that. And it was just a really lovely weekend of relaxation and getting things done that we've been not had time to do, really. So we're back at it after a relaxing weekend. Work is still very busy, and it's going to be very busy up till Christmas, so I really need to be very good at fitting things in my spare time. So it's going to be up early, go for a run, walk Mabel, do a bit before work, and then do loads after work as well. But since that market is cancelled, and this vlog was meant to be all about prepping for that, and it never ended up being, we are now prepping for the eHearts market, plus the relaunch and slight rebrand of my business on Friday. So I think I mentioned this already, but basically I want to veer away from the miniatures side of my business that I originally had segregated into art and miniatures, and kind of just absorb some of it, because I might not make some of the miniature stuff anymore, but there are obviously crafty bits that I still make, like felted earrings and key rings and things like that. So I still want to have some of those bits as part of my business, but I'm just going to have it all under the umbrella of Lucy Locks Art rather than that art and miniatures section of my business. So we've done a little bit of rebranding. The logos have just changed out a little bit. It was quite difficult to fit Lucy Locks Art under my LL and colour swipe, so we've gone for just Lucy Locks, and then some things say art, some things don't. It's kind of a bit of a mix of the both. And we've also incorporated a bit of green into my branding, because the lilac, as much as it's lovely, it's one of my favourite colours, it wasn't very nature inspired, and obviously my whole business is based around nature, And so we incorporated that green. My product photos always had like a green bush behind them, which has always been really nice. So we've incorporated that into my colours as well. So the website's had a whole new revamp. It's moved from Wix to Shopify. I'm hoping that does a lot better. I've reopened all my USA shipping, and all of that will be launching this Friday, which will be last Friday by the time this video goes out. So it should all be live by now. So if you want to go and check out my website, it is lucylocksart.com. It's all massively revamped, and again, like I say, I've opened up shipping to America again with all the tariffs included in the postage costs. So that has been a bit of a push for that. And the rest of this week, I am just making the last of the stock for the shop. We have a date of mid-November to move into that. So I just want it all sorted so that it can sit in a box in the living room. And then as soon as they're ready for me to stock up the shelf, I can take it all there and I don't have to worry about it. So I'm just cutting out some sublimated printouts for my tumblers. I've got to make 12 tumblers for the shop, so that's going to take me a bit of time. I then want to make up some mystery bags for the shop as well, and then I think that's done. I just need to compare it to the website, the Art and Soul website, and make sure all my SKU codes match up, etc. But that's all ready to go after that's done. And then it's probably just keeping on top of stock and making sure my stock levels on my website are ready for Friday when we launch. So that's what we're doing for the rest of this week. I do apologise for it being really not very linear in my filming and it being a bit disjointed just because of work and how hectic that is, but unfortunately I do have to work a 9 till 5 job, and it is a project based job, so sometimes I have to work a bit later outside of my contracted hours, and sometimes I don't have to work past my contracted hours at all, so it can vary a lot, and unfortunately that's the case. Last week, 2 weeks prior to when you see this video, I didn't put up a video. It was meant to be my scroller box video, but unfortunately I didn't have time to film it straight away, and then by the time I'd filmed it I didn't have time to edit it before the week was over, so I didn't end up putting a video up, which was really annoying because I've been on top of posting once a week, so I really didn't want to stop my momentum there, but unfortunately that's the case. And we created this little artwork here, just a bit of fun with some pro markers of a frog coming out of a cauldron because the theme was Hocus Pocus, so I'm quite pleased with that. But I think you're up to date now. I'm putting all my Halloween stuff away, we've got all the Christmas stuff out, I have some discs to paint, things like that, and yeah, it's just going to be full Christmas prep now, so let's get on with that and let's get these tumblers sublimated. Hello! I have just launched my new website and it is currently the eHearts weekend. I am a little bit late in filming because I actually went live to launch everything, and I have 2 orders already. I've enjoyed the thrill and hit of serotonin when the ka-ching goes off with the Shopify app. Oh, it's incredible. I love it. I'm excited and I'm happy to jump on that hype because it is amazing. And I've showcased all my autumnal products and all my Christmas products, which are the new painted discs. I think I said I was going to film myself painting those, but this week, I know I keep saying it and I'm not being negative about it, but I have been very busy at work and it has stopped me from doing a lot of the things I would usually do after work. So I haven't managed to film things because I needed to paint these discs, at least one of each design, so that I could put them up on my listing before today. So I actually took the product photos this morning and bung them up. But we have the robin pulling out a worm. This is my personal favourite. I love that one. We have the grumpy robin, which people seem to be loving. They love the grumpy robin. We have the robin on a branch, which looks really, really nice. And then we have the OG design, which is just the side on robin. So we have those 3 extra new designs on the painted discs. They are all hand painted. You are getting a little miniature original piece of artwork there on a disc, perfect for hanging on your tree or all year round if you love a robin all year round. And I shared those and some of the other Christmassy bits like the crocheted Santa hats, the felted Christmas puddings, the felted Christmas pudding earrings. We also have a bunch, I won't show all the colours, but we have a bunch. This is just the red and green, but we also have white and blue. These are bauble earrings, so if you're going on a Christmas do or something for work, that'll be perfect for you. So I shared all of that and the gift wrap and the greetings cards. So if you want to get any of those, I'd grab them sooner rather than later, because obviously as we approach Christmas, the postal service seems to block up and people can't get parcels quite as quickly. And I've also launched my shipping to USA is now back open, so that's really exciting. If you want to go and check out the website, it's lucylocksart.com. Like I say, it is all live. I'm very excited. I've made 2 sales so far. I'm very thrilled. But it is the eHearts Christmas Market, Emily Harvey Arts, Patreon. Everyone that joins that Patreon can have the chance to be part of the Patreon exclusive Christmas market, but the actual market is open to everyone, and it has over 100 shops on there, all small businesses, all incredibly talented people. And if you want to go and, oh, that'll be closed by the time this vlog comes up, but I'll keep you updated on how the market's going. I'm very excited, and it's just always a really fun-filled weekend, playing games, joining everyone's lives. It's just always a real good time, and I'm excited. So I just wanted to pop on, let you know that the website's live. I will pop up a little thing here, and I will also link it in the bio below. I'm working on hopefully linking my products to YouTube, so that underneath my YouTube videos you should see a list of my products, which will be incredible. And I'm ready to go and have dinner and relax for the rest of my Friday evening. It's been one hell of a week, and I'm excited to do that. We have an in-person market on Sunday, so I will probably film that as part of this vlog as well. It's a bit of an all over the place vlog. I do apologise. Hopefully we'll get back to it next week. I know I keep saying that, but I am really determined to finish the final quarter of the year with a bang. So we are going to get to that and work hard, and then it'll be Christmas and I can have a nice little break until next year. So let's get cracking. Hello! I feel like this is quite a chatty vlog, and it's also spanned over quite a couple of weeks, I think. But this last weekend, it's currently Wednesday actually. This week is absolutely flying by. I am struggling to fit everything in. But last weekend we had our market, our first market in a while actually, because we had 3 cancelled prior to that. And it was the Chapel Allerton market, and it was the first Christmas one. And it went really well. It was kind of not busy, but it was really consistent, so we did very well. It was also the eHearts weekend, and that was a lot slower than usual, but I think everyone's kind of felt the same on that. And I think because it was a Christmas market starting on Halloween, I just don't think it was the right weekend, but that's fine. I think I still did very well. My website launched really well. Everything seems to be working. I have a fair few orders. I'm going to package them up, so I will show you a bit of packaging and get them sent off. And my first USA order since I've opened shipping back open to the USA, so I'm excited to package that up, and I just hope that my tariffs and everything and the postal and everything is all set correctly, but we shall see on that one. But I'm very pleased with how the weekend went. It was very good. It was the first time using our POS system with Shopify, and that went really well. It does all come in as orders, so if ever I was to get a Shopify counter and stuff, I hope I can separate in-person, like POS orders and sales to website sales, because at the moment it's very, very different. I'm getting obviously a lot more in-person sales in one day than I am online orders, so hopefully I can separate that out. And I wonder if there's a way I can change my POS to maybe not add it as an order. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's all very up in the air. It was the first time I was using it, and
Quite frankly, I don't think I'm going to have time to change it this side of Christmas, so it's just going to have to be what it is. But this weekend coming is the start of my 4-day Harewood House Christmas market, and it is meant to be very busy, it's meant to be very big. I'm very nervous about it, and I'm frantically trying to make stock for it as well. So that's what next week's vlog's going to be like. It's going to be all about Harewood House, how it went, my biggest, longest market I've ever done. So join me for that if you want to. And I think that's it for this vlog. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.